Welcome to multiplication of matrices. Now, what do we do when it comes to multiplication of matrices? Remember the previous video, we look at addition and subtraction of matrices. But the multiplication is also as easy as subtraction and addition of matrices. Now, but the first one we're looking at is what we call the scalar multiplication. Now, we're using a number to multiply a matrix. 4 times a matrix. So what do we do? Again, it's very easy. All you need to do is to use 4 to multiply all the elements you have in the matrix. So let's take them one after the other. We'll start with 4 multiply 3, 4 multiply 2, 4 multiply 5. I'm done with that. So I move to the next one. 4 multiply 6, 4 multiply 1, and 4 multiply 7. So the next 4 times 3, 12, 4 times 2, 8, 4 times 5, 20, 4 times 6, 24, 4 times 1, it's 4, and 4 times 7 is 28. That's the solution to the question. Very easy. Now the next one we're moving to is the multiplication of two matrices. Now as you can see there, we are multiplying two matrices together. So what do we do? Well, this can be a little bit challenging. If you're not careful, you can make a mistake. So here the rule is this: the row. We always start with the row. The row multiplies the column. The row multiplies the column. That's what I'm going to do. Now let's pay attention to this as we do this. This is going to be, I'm going to have 4 multiply 8. You see, the rows will multiply the column. Each of the elements will multiply differently. 4 will multiply 8, 7 will multiply 5, 6 will multiply 9. And then you're going to add all of them together. That is the trick here. This is plus. 6 times or 6 multiply 9. That's the trick. So here, the row has multiplied the column, picking one element at a time. Now the next one is the second row will multiply the column. This 2 will multiply 8. The 3 will multiply 5. Add them together. Plus the 1 will multiply 9. I hope that's not confusing. With constant practice, you get used to it. The row multiply the column, picking one element at a time. And then you add all the elements together. So this gives you 4 times 8, 32, plus 4 times 7 times 5, 35, plus 6 times 9. That will give you 54. 2 times 8, 16, plus 3 times 5, 15, plus 1 times 9, it's 9. So when you add all of these together, what is going to give you? 32 plus 35, that will give you 67. And then plus 54 will give you 121. 16 plus 15 will give you 31, plus 9, 40. So you see what it reduces it to. That's the solution to the question. Now let's look at another question. Here you have matrix A and matrix B. Matrix A is to multiply matrix B. We are still going to follow the same principle. The row will multiply each column. Each row multiply each column. So in this case, I'm going to have AB. This is an indication that I'm multiplying them together. So it's going to be the row, the first row, multiply the first column, which is 1 multiply 8 plus 5 multiply 2. So remember the row, multiply the column. So I'm going to the next one. The first row will multiply all the column before I move to the next row. So this one will go to the next one. which will be 1 times 4. The 5 will multiply 5. Now go to the next one. The same first row will multiply the third column now, which is 1 multiply 3 plus 5 multiply 8. I'm not done yet. The same first row will multiply the last column, which is 1 multiply 1, add it, and 5 multiply 6. So at this point, we can close it. So I've got an ordered element for that. So I'm done with the first row, multiplying each of the column. I'm moving to the second row. The second row will also multiply each of the column. So let's start with the second row, multiply the first column. So 2 multiply 8 plus 7 multiply 2. So I move to the second column, 2 multiply 4, 7 multiply 5. I'm moving to the third column. So they say second row will multiply. Then I'll move to the last column, which is 2 multiply 1 plus 7 multiply 6. So I'm done with that. I'm moving now to the last row, multiplying each of the column also. So this will be 3 multiply 8 plus 4 multiply 2. Let's go to the next column. 3 multiply 4 plus 4 multiply 5. The next column, 3 multiply 3 plus 4 multiply 8. And the last column, 3 multiply 1 plus 4 multiply 6. So that's it. So at this point, I will take the next step. So let's add all of them out. 1 times 8, 8 plus 5 times 2, 10. 1 times 4, 4 plus 5 times 5, 25. 1 times 3, 3 plus 5 times 8, 40. 1 times 1 is 1 plus 5 times 6 is 30. I move to the next one. 2 times 8 is 16 plus 7 times 2, 14. 2 times 4, 8 plus 7 times 5, 35. 2 times 3 is 6 plus 7 times 8. 7 times 8, 7 times 8 should give you 56. And then 2 times 1 is 2 plus 7 times 6, 42. I can close this now. 3 times 8 is 24. 4 times 2 is 8. 3 times 4 is 12. 4 times 5 is 20. 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 8, 32. 3. 4 times 6 is 24. So I'm taking the last step now. So this is 18, 29, 43, 31. The next one is 30, 43, 6 plus 56, that's 62, 44. I hope my addition is in place. 24 plus 8, 32. This is 32. This is 41. And lastly, 27. So this is the solution to the question. It's very easy. At first, it may look like something difficult, but with constant practice, you get used to the work. Now let's look at this example. We'll give you one matrix, A, and you'll find A square. A square simply means the matrix will multiply itself. So you're going to write it 2 times. Okay, that's it. So this is 5. So the same process, and nothing is going to change. The row multiply the column. So you have 4 multiply 4 plus 7 multiply 5. You go to the next column, the row multiply the next column will be 4 multiply 7 plus 7 multiply 2. Now the same thing for the second row, multiply the first column, 5 multiply 4, 2 multiply 5. And then you have 5 multiply 7, 2 multiply 2. This will give you 16 plus 35. This is 28 plus 14. And this is 20 plus 10. This is 35 plus 4. If you add everything together, this will be 16 plus 31, and 35 rather. That's 51. And 28 plus 14, that's 42. And then the next one is 20 plus 10, 30, 35 plus 4, 39. So this is it. That's the solution to the question. Now the next one we'll quickly talk about is transpose of a matrix. Now what does that mean? Have you heard of transpose of a matrix? Now let's do one example. It's very easy. Now let me write out the matrix. That's the question. You have a matrix A and to find A transpose. Now when you see a symbol indicated this way, it's an indication that you're looking for the transpose of that matrix. So what do? This is A transpose. Now all you need to do is to make the row to become the column. To make the row to become the column. You make the row to become the column. That gives you what you're looking for. Here the first row is 4 and 6. Those are the elements. So this 4 and 6 is the row, it becomes the column. The next row is 7 and 9, becomes the column. The next row is 2, 5, it becomes the column. That's the solution to the question. That's all. You're done. Very easy, right? Now look at another question. Here you have a matrix B, and you have to find the B transpose. Very easy. So this is B transpose. The row becomes a column, remember? So in this case, the row is the element here, 4, 6, 7, 5, becomes a column. The next row is 3, 2, 4, 8, becomes the column. That's the solution to the work when it comes to transpose. I'm done. Very easy. You have another one. Matrix C. You have to find the C transpose. So what do? There's a C transpose. Oh, I don't need to solve this for you. It's something you can do. Work it out. Put your answer in the comment section. Remember to subscribe if you like the video, share, and drop your comment. I appreciate that.